there's a whole lot of reasons for why your mob, Marty, a team to look forward to. They're a team on the rise.
Is there blue sky on the horizon?
No, there's absolutely no doubt about that. There's been some tough years on the way through, but they've got some high-quality youngsters coming through, and they've got a gun spearhead who's been good enough to join us on the show tonight. Please make you welcome Nick Larkey, everyone. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Isn't he lovely, Andy?
He's magnificent.
Have a look at him. You are a lovely young man, Nick. Stunning.
There's the future of your football club standing right in front of you. Signed on till when?
End of 2029.
Jeez. Oh, someone's stalking?
Well,
I'm 30, so...
it feels like semi-retirement.
Yeah, until I'm 30, so...
30.
2029 in North years, I think that's 2072.
You could probably almost get to your super from there.
Exactly, it'd be topped up nicely.
Can we take a look at some highlights here?
We'll talk about the contract stuff in a moment, but
yeah.
I mean, you've developed into one of the competition's leading goalkeepers. I mean, you came to the club. Correct me if I'm wrong, you were a full forward when you were drafted to the footy, like a pure old sort of full forward. Have you always been a goal kicker your whole life?
Yeah, no, well, in juniors, I played ruck because I've always been tall but really skinny. So in juniors, I'd ruck.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, and then, you know, growing up all through 18s, up until 18 before getting drafted, they sort of threw me everywhere. And it wasn't until I got to North, which I found a home position up forward. Right. And, you know, it's just sort of almost surprised myself a little bit with how I found myself going in the VFL in my first few years, and ever since then it's stuck there. So
that footage we just played there, Nick, of you sealing the 2023 season with 9, and we lost Harley Reid in the pick, and he went to the West Coast. I've always wanted to ask you this, Nick. Any regrets?
No way. No. Mate, we got McKercher, mate. Got McKercher.
I know, but you must have
take them every day of the week.
What you were doing, it feels as though it feels targeted, to be honest.
Look, sorry about that. But I honestly reckon the McKercher Dersma, you take them every day of the week, long term.
Wardlaw, Sheasel.
Oh, yeah. You can.
What's LDU doing, do we know?
He'll be sticking around, I'm sure of it. I know that he wants to stay. I know that he wants to stay, but it'll be about, he'll go through the whole process next year.
Just give me a one-word answer to this. Just one word. Horn Francis. Ice bath. Well, that's 2 words. That's
hyphenated.
And it wasn't the one word I was thinking of.
Tough.
Yeah, tough.
Serious, tough.
Yeah.
So a lot of players of this young brigade and the middle bracket are recommitting to the footy club. And as Mick said, you did to 2029. There would have been a lot of reasons for you to, go elsewhere. Why did you commit to the club for the duration?
Yeah, it's a good question. It took me a while to make the decision, a good 6 months, I reckon, where there was a contract on the table. But talked to a lot of people, I've got a great support network of family and friends who, I like discussing things and hashing things over. But the decision came down to, I'd already done all the hard yards. There'd been a lot of hard yard years at North before I'd signed the contract. Yep. And then my worst nightmare would be to not sign, take off, and then all of a sudden all that hard work and the boys go upwards from there. So I felt like the success that I'm going to get, or that we're going to get when we finally start to get good, will be worth it in the long run after all these hard years.
Beautifully said, Nick. Take us back, Nick. Take us back to the memories you've got of your debut. We've got a bit of footage here from your debut.
Oh, God.
I don't know if it was your best ever.
Yeah, round 18.
I mean, I got Kangalotto, so I look like a testicle there. There's one. So it's one. All these you'll see are touches. So I reckon I touched the ball, and I know I touched the ball 8 times.
Yeah.
But didn't record a single disposal. That's one of the best there. Stuffed that one up, went the length of the ground.
That was unlucky. Well, that could happen to anyone, Nick.
Brad Scott post-game said to me, said in the presser, that it was one of the best zero-touch games he's ever seen. So, if that's any consolation, but
must have been nice to get the first loss of your career out of the way.
I mean, I remember sitting in the rooms post-game and just being just so flat. I didn't even know. I can't even remember if we won or lost, so thanks for reminding me there. I had to rub salt in the wound, but I remember sitting in the rooms post-game and just being down in the dumps, and all your family and friends, a lot of my family friends were in the rooms waiting for me outside to come and see him afterwards. And, it was just embarrassing because everyone you play against, all your family, friends, everyone you played with, your coaches, extended family, everyone's watching that game. And anyway, I remember walking out to the dressing area where all the my family were, and they were they didn't know what to say either. They were, jeez, bad luck. And they were like trying to console me. I was like, you play the game.
Did any of them say it was the best no disposal game they've ever seen?
No, left that to the coach, but Mason Wood did. He offered some nice words to me when I came back down, sat in the rooms, and he came up to me and sat next to me, put his arm around me. He's like, "Geez, Sylvie, are you filling up the stat sheet?" Give us a break, mate, because I came in for him in the team, so I think he was rubbing his hands together, loving it. So tough day, but when I went home, I looked up all the players who got 0 touches in their debut as well, and some of the names there made me feel all right. And sorry to bang on, but on Monday, come review, I remember sitting down with Boomer Harvey, and he was sitting next to me. He didn't touch it in his debut. I think he got 1 touch in his debut, but I found out later that he was subbed on in halfway through the third quarter. Didn't quite count. So mixed emotions.
We can break it down any way we like. Luckily, you're so talented in many other departments that if footy at that point hadn't worked out for you, you could have become a painter. Have a listen.
Nick Larkey's an amazingly talented portrait painter. He might win an Archibald before he wins a flag.
That's hard. What's your favourite artwork, Nick? Have you got a favourite?
Favourite artist or artwork?
Artwork. Because I think it could be this one, Nick. Yeah, that's yours.
Did you paint that?
Yeah, I did that as a mural. That's at the club in the gym at the club. A funny story about that is actually that the club there's that big wall there in the gym which was blank, and the club wanted a piece of art on it. So they went to some professional artists and they asked them, got some quotes off them, and they were a bit tough in the old soft cap. But then someone recommended upstairs.
A bit tough in the soft cap.
Someone said to Cam Joyce at the time, who was the GM, I reckon Larks he does a bit of art, he might be able to do it. So he got me upstairs and he was, so Larks, so I reckon you'd be able to, do a bit, you happy to do the mural? I was like, yeah, I'd love to do it, love to leave part. It's like, so it's going to be tough with the, with the salary cap to pay you. I'm not going to be able to
yeah, fair
pay. I was like, mate, no worries. But I've done something, off my own bat, sort of, this is for you, mate. And he slid across a little card and I picked up, I was, geez, $50 FPOS voucher. Thanks. Wow, thanks, mate. You didn't have to do that.
It's an outstanding piece of street art, which I like. In fact, I've been involved in a street art, a mural.
Oh.
Well, hold on. We're not sure. It's either me or Mrs. Doubtfire. Can you touch that up for me? Is there anything you can do?
I'd be happy to do that.
To make that look a little better.
I like the fact that you're doing impersonations of the footy club's GM Cam Joyce thing. You slipped into impersonation mode pretty easily, and we know that you got another string to your bow, and that is you can do many an impersonation. And if people don't believe us, this is Nick Larkey doing Rafa Nadal.
Oh, well, hello everybody. This is me, Rafael Nadal, and I saw Kyrgios on the weekend. He was not appropriate to find his speed in the crowd. So this is not appropriate for tennis, especially Wimbledon, such a special event.
It's very good, man.
It is very good. It also plays into one of my strong areas.
What are you?
Impersonation.
Really? Who's
look who's just come in. It's Michael Caine. I never killed a bloody king.
Did you know 10,000 Zulus will be coming over that hill in any moment?
I can do my Blanche de Bois.
Do Blanche.
I have always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Oh, that's good. I'll do John Michael Housen. Oh, hello, everybody. It's an amazing film night out there.
Anyway, back to you, Nick.
Fair call,
If you're just tuning in, we've gone mad. What are you working on another one? Have you got something for us?
I don't have one for you now, but I want to be able to nail Clarko. I've got to be able to do Clarko. I've had a lot of requests to do Clarko, and I can see it in my head, but I just can't get his voice at the moment. I
You know what you
do
should
some
do
mannerisms,
it?
but
In the three-quarter time huddle. when he says something, you answer him as Clarko.
That's good.
That will be as good.
What's the best thing you've learnt off Clarko in his time there?
oh, good question. I think I've learned a lot from Clarko, but what's been so good about having Clarko at the club is the stability he brings for the whole playing group. So, I mean, I reckon I've had about 7 or 8 coaches in my time at North, and when a coach goes, the whole they bring on their whole team, their old coaches, their new staff, new physio team, all that sort of stuff, and so it makes it like quite volatile when you're changing all the time. So what's been so good about Clarko is the stability he and his team brings, and that he knows what a successful AFL football club looks like. So it's more the package that he brings with it and the people he gets on board, which has been something, you know, that's been so important for the football club and where it's been.
Good on you, Nick. Well done.
Good luck to North. Good luck.
You're all heading in the right direction. It feels like you've turned the corner and there's some good times to come. Mate, thanks for coming on the
Thanks for having us, guys. Appreciate it.